market update to talk about what's going on in this area. So everybody, I appreciate so much everything that Dickens does for the group and appreciate the hours that he spends on putting this presentation together. So everybody give it up for Dickens.
There we go.
There we go.
It's gonna be quick.
Okay.
Here we go. Hi, my name is Dickens. I'm with Rise Up Real Estate Solution. We're gonna concentrate now. That's the part of the meeting where we talk about numbers. It's boring, but I love it. Okay. How many of you, it's gonna be your first time seeing that? Okay. So, we're gonna talk about trends. Trends in the foreclosure market, trends in the single family market. We're gonna concentrate on 6 counties: Essex, Middlesex, Plymouth, Worcester, Norfolk, and Suffolk. And I don't have a lot of time, so we're gonna talk about what's happening in the overall market. And if you have any questions to talk specific county, I will be able to answer. If you gotta give me time or after the meeting. Overall, what's going on? Foreclosure activities is going up compared to last July. And you can see, July, and it's the same thing all for the 6 county. And also there's, first thing, for some of you just seeing the first time, what I call foreclosure activity is when someone buys a house, and happens most of people take a mortgage. And for whatever reason, when that homeowner cannot pay, the bank gonna want its money back. And the first step, the bank gonna do a petition for foreclosure. So public information in some company like the Warren Group and other company gathered up the information. That's where I found it. And then after the initial step, the bank gonna give you a call, try to negotiate. If nothing happened, the bank gonna schedule an auction. That's in red. What I call auction here is not the number of auctions that happen each month, it's number of auctions scheduled for each month. The same property may be scheduled once for the month.
Okay.
That's the only thing that I don't like with those numbers. And after the auction, sometimes the property came back to the bank, and we call it REO or real estate owned. Okay. Second thing is what I told you. First thing we need to know, and we can change the slide, Bernadette, is from July of last year, the number of activities are going up. Second thing is what is driving those numbers. Is mostly, as you can see, there's a bunch of new petitions going out. That means if you're still working the pre-foreclosure, send that letter, go to the people. That's one of the things that I love with the trend, because it lets you understand what's going on in the market and take action. Yes, and so let's talk about numbers. Increase in total of the numbers, Suffolk County has the least increase. It was 7% of increase, but Suffolk City, yes. But Plymouth and Middlesex County increased from last year about 48% for Middlesex, and Plymouth increased more than 50%. Okay?
I'm sorry. Middlesex increased how much year over year?
Middlesex is 48%.
Okay, and then what was the next one?
Plymouth County. Plymouth is for 53. Okay? And as you may see, the number of new petitions going out is going up for the past 3 months, and the number of total foreclosure activity is going up. What's driving those numbers are basically the number of new petitions and also the number of REOs. And we have talked about it last month, saying that banks are beneficial on the market, and they are more some experts think that, okay, bank have figured out, you know, how to deal with all those secondary market and all the mess that happened. So now they can straight up and put them in the market. And also, when you're gonna set up single family side, prices are going up. So it's the best time to put more inventory in the market. And I have been called for 2 property the previous weekend. One is a bank owned, the two was a bank owned. And they went out for double the price I would pay as an investment. Because it was in bad shape. They was asking 80%, no, 80,000. And you went, and for me, I would give 50. Because when I went to my contractor, we do maximum of what we went for 100. 100. Okay, you can get it. Okay, so if you don't have any questions, you see the Plymouth, and it's basically a major trend. So let's go to the single family side. Okay, 3 things we're gonna focus on. First thing, price. Price compared to last year, price are going up. Except Norfolk County. You can go to Norfolk, where we have seen a decrease of 3% of average price compared of last year. Second thing is the day on market. I've been doing that for a few months, but I think a few months ago we analyzed the trend from 2012 to I think last January. You're not gonna see big spike on there on the market, even though the trend for the last few months is there on the market going down. It's a good thing. I know someone who's always looking for a house any place where the day on the market is under 30 days. Yes, that's one of the things that is good to look at the numbers. And third thing is the number of listing. Okay, number of listing since February, month after month going up, month after month going up. But knowing the trend, and that's why it's, you know, it's not exact science, but that's one of the things that is good when you know the trend. I know that we're gonna hit some country that happened in July, some country August or September, where the number of listings gonna go down a little bit down, the price gonna go a bit down. So if you're investing, you know, don't be like that those investors that I know that think that Kumba everything gonna go up. You need to know your market. You need to know the trend, you know, and buy right. You know, sometimes you have to leave some meat on the bone for your next person. Don't budget on, okay, it's gonna on the maximum. So be cautious. And
am I like flipping through something?
okay. And last thing, we talk about the general market double listing, and also, as you see, oops.
Oh, sorry, I'm going the wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did I go?
Yes, thank you.
So, real sex, you can see that from February it was going to happen, but now, even though it's increased, but the increase in price is slowing. I will be not surprised when I do it the next one to find out that we were hitting the plateau of the year and things will go down. But that's why it's important to know the trend so you can influence your decision. You have any question? No?
Just a quick question. What do those bars represent?
Which one?
Real quick. The purple and the green bar.
Okay, the green one is the sell price. Average sell price. The purple is average list price. So, you know, some markets you're going to find a big gap between the average list price and average sales price. And I think last February we have seen those gaps because people was, you know, the weather was bad and people was doing a lot of competition to sell the house. But now we're gonna see it's gonna sometimes the gap gonna reduce because a lot of people are either buying at selling listing price or more than listing price.
So from an investor standpoint, in the way I'm also looking at, we want it where it's close to each other, or
Yeah. Personally, I would like to see a bigger gap.
a bigger gap.
A bigger gap. When I'm buying. When I'm selling, I would like to see it closer.
When you're selling, you want to see the sale price higher than
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, because that's the thing.
Yeah.
But it's not, the way I saw the number is not what I would like to see, is to understand the market. So I have that tools, my toolbox, so when I'm talking to a homeowner, so I can negotiate better. And also I can say, okay, I'm out, call me in a month if you sell.
Do you know, like, how much of that uptick during the summer is based on seasonality versus like a general shift in the whole market? Because obviously the summer homes sell more, the summer they don't sell as much in the winter. Like, do those graphs kind of tell us a little